Hello everyone, I've got another quick Keep Talking project update for us today. Over the last month or so I've been working hard to get a couple more modules finished, and now I'd like to show you where we are. So from left to right here we've got Simon, the button and keypad. These are all working apart from a couple of little visual bugs or little quirks, but essentially it all works fine and you can play it and solve the game, do the strikes, etc. As well as the timer and widget module on the left. I had to do a little bit more work on this to keep up with some of the progress of the other modules and some of the other little changes that I've implemented. And one of the other things that you might notice, hopefully, if the microphone on this phone is any good, is the improved sound quality with the nice chunky speaker there. As previously it was coming out of a tiny little laptop speaker that I recovered, which was very tinny and sounded a bit terrible. But now hopefully you can hear that the sound library and sounds are quite good quality actually. And you'll hear a bit more variety. We've got Simon and some other things making noise this time, which will add a bit more to it. But I'd like to take you through a quick game. I'm not going to go through all of the ins and outs and test it fully here, but I'll just go through one quick playthrough just to show how everything works. I've just booted everything up. I've got the phone app and paired it to the timer, and I'll just move it on. It's going to detect the three modules there. Perfect, so that's a little bit of debug kind of list that I added just to make sure that all the modules are going to get their power when you slot them in. You're not going to have something that you think's going to be in the game but turns out to be inert because of a failure or something like that. But we've got a couple of little settings here, and I might expand on these in the future. Hardcore mode and the time. We'll go into the setup. You can see that triggers the e-ink display to update because we just generated a new serial number. And we have a list of the widgets that we'd have to manually kind of pop on the BOM. So a couple of indicators, parallel port, and two sets of batteries, a AA and a D. So what I'm going to do, because I don't have any props, is just make a note of that. So that is 3 batteries in total, and the car indicator is lit, which is important for the button module. So I made a note of that. I'll hit confirm placement as we're pretending we've slotted those widgets onto the BOM, and then it's going to give us one of the 2 manual ones here. We've got the button's flashing, and on the display we've retrieved the button that we'd have to physically attach. So I'll have to change the color contrast for the white button, but that means we've got a white button that says hold. So I'll just take a note of that, because again I don't have a physical prop to put on the BOM. And let's pretend I've put that new white hold button on. I press confirm placement, the module stops flashing, and now we've got the keypad that's flashing with the 4 keys that we'd have to attach. So those are from left to right, essentially, from the top row and then the bottom row. We've got the flat topped 6, we've got the N with the little U above it, the little accent. Next we've got the AE symbol, and then this railroad piece, I think it's called in the game files. So I'll just take a quick note of that so we can actually play this game. Pretend we've popped the symbols onto the keypad module. We'll hit confirm, stop flashing. We've got no other prompts, no other manual setups required. Obviously not with Simon, that's just flashing lights, nothing to do. On the phone app you'll see that there's a tick next to the manual setup button, so that means we're all ready to go. The timer's all lit up. We can change that as well if we want to. We'll set it to 4 minutes, and you can see that's updated straight away. And we'll begin. So after a few seconds of kind of grace period, the BOM starts ticking, everything becomes live, and you can start interacting with them. So you'll notice that the first little bug is present, that Simon is making a noise before it's being interacted with. That's something that I forgot to code into and only realised when I started playtesting it a second ago. So I will tackle that, but for now we'll just put up with it. I'm just going to open the manual so we can solve it. So if you want to follow along, we'll start with the button, and the button is a white hold button. We'll just run through the rules. The button is blue. No, there's more than one battery. We've got 3, and the button says detonate. Now it says hold. Next one, the button is white. It is, and there's a lit indicator car. There actually was. Hold the button. So we'll do that. We have a blue strip. So when the timer has a 4, you can let go, and we've got a solve. This is quite hard to multitask, holding a camera and solving the bomb all at once is quite difficult, but there we go, we've got a solve. We'll next move on to the keypads module. So from left to right we've got the flat top 6, we've got the backwards N with the AE symbol, and then the railroad or jigsaw puzzle piece, whatever you want to call it. So in order, the first button is the first one, the flat top 6. The next one is the railroad piece, so that was the last button. The next one down is the AE, which is the third button, but I'm going to trigger a strike by pressing the wrong button. So you can see what happens when I do that. Get the beep, the light comes on, we've got the strike light on as well, and the timer increases. So now I will solve this properly. We need to press the third button and then the second one, and we've got all green lights on that, so that module's done. And now on to Simon Says. So we'll check the serial number. We've got an E, so we'll look at the table that has the vowel in it, and we've got a flash of red with 1 strike. I nearly forgot that actually. So we have to press yellow, which is correct. Got a red, blue, so that is a yellow, green. Red, blue, green. And I'm going to trigger a strike here just to see again what happens. Okay, so we've got 2 strikes, and that timer is going quite quickly. It's for me to have to finish this off. So we have red, blue, green, so that is a green. No, I thought that was green I was pressing. But there you go, we've got an explosion because we've triggered our third strike. If we go back to the phone app, which has amazingly locked, it says exploded with 32 seconds left, which is correct, and the cause was Simon Says. So we can go back, all of the lights have gone out, it's reset itself, and we can play another game. But I'm not going to do that, otherwise this video will become very long. I was actually trying to solve this bomb so you could hear the nice little chime you get, which I'd added to the widget module to play that sound when it's done. But I'll hopefully do a bit of a stream soon, so people can kind of play it with me, and we can check out all of the ins and outs, and hopefully I won't mess up next time, and you can see what happens when you actually solve the bomb properly. But that's all from me at the moment. Plans going forward, I hope to do a bit more work on some of the simpler modules. Wires is quite simple. I think password would be quite simple as well. And then hopefully get in a bit more equipment, a few kind of screens and things like that to do something like mazes, who's on first. I don't know, I haven't really planned out some of the other modules as much as some of these kind of simpler ones. But yeah, I'm just going to keep plugging away now. Now that we've got, the timer is in a really good place, you can play those games. Got the debugger, which means I don't have to go through that rigmarole of pairing up my phone app to test little features. I'm in a really good place to just kind of copy paste a lot of what I've already got. Get a new breadboard, plug some stuff into it with an ESP, and very quickly code up a module. One of the things that's holding me back actually is I've only got 5 CAN chips with the 3 modules, the timer and the widgets. Um, those are all the CAN chips used up, so I can't play a huge game with 6 modules or something like that at the moment. But I don't think I'd want to, because I clearly can't deal with 3. But that's what I'm going to be doing going forwards.